And what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Section 431 with me, Ryan, and my bud, Travis.
What's going on, guys?
And we're going to talk a little NASCAR this week. We mentioned some other sports as well, but there was a lot that happened in Atlanta. And then, of course, Bristol. Bristol, we're going on dirt this week with the Cup
Oh yeah,
guys. So we've got a lot to talk about this week, so let's go on and get right on into it.
man, you said a lot happened at Atlanta,
Yeah.
but the first 3/4 of that race, nothing happened. It was just one guy, Kyle Larson, in my opinion, the best driver in the series right now, the best performing driver in the series right now, dominated. He
Amen.
had the best car, had everybody beat. The only reason he lost that race is because of Logano blocking, which in these cars, if you get behind somebody and they get in the same lane that you're running, it slows you down a lot. It stops your momentum. And that caused Larson to not be able to get around Logano and team orders, and that led to Blaney winning.
Yeah, definitely a little hashtag team orders there.
Yeah.
I'm a Larson guy, so I'm gonna try not be biased. Okay, me and Travis were both upset with this race, but I give look the broadcast. They flipped that. That's what bothered me the most is the way the broadcast
Yeah.
was, because they were like, "Well, Logano doesn't want to go a lap down here. You know, he wants to stay on the lead lap, so he's gonna try and battle for that spot."
Yeah.
Well, when Blaney comes up and takes the lead, Logano's like, "Come on through," and
Yeah. Yeah.
that's where I
Yeah.
have a problem. And they completely changed the narrative there and saying, well, "Look at Logano being the good guy, getting out of the way." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's his teammate." But on the other hand, I was sitting there, I was like, "Man, next time Larson, just move the guy."
Yeah.
Get up there and move him. You don't have time to sit there for laps.
Yeah. I
Um,
know. I noticed that too. Larson was kind of being a good guy because there at the end of stage two, Chase Elliott, his teammate, was about to go a lap down in front of him, and Larson could have easily passed Chase and put him a lap down, but Larson slowed up and he gave up like 3/10. I mean, no, not 3/10, 3 seconds,
well,
just to make sure Chase stayed on the lead lap there at the end of stage two.
yeah, and he's done this before. I remember, what was it,
He
Charlotte one
let
year,
he let
or
somebody back on the lead lap.
yeah, right before the end of the stage, and he caught a little flack for that because it's kind of against the well, there's like a rule where you have to, basically be showing that you're trying your best, you know.
Yeah,
But I think they let it slide because it was right at the end of the stage. They're getting ready to pit and everything.
yeah.
But this case, like,
I think that was at Charlotte, and I think he was winning the stage there.
yeah,
Yeah,
wherever it
yeah,
was, he was winning because he gave the guy the lap back.
yeah.
It may have been the
I,
All Star
I,
race. I know he did good there.
yeah, I was about to say, I think me and you were at that race.
Yeah, usually the I'm trying to remember if he had a good like 600 or the 500. I don't think it would have been those. I think it was I don't know. It could have been, but
Yeah,
either way, he's done it before. He's been kind of that good guy on the
yeah,
track, and that's part of the thing us fans of Kyle Larson like. He's not a arrogant or obnoxious to other drivers. He's taking his fair share of birds in the window and
yeah,
words at him. Maybe for because he drives a little different than the rest of the guys.
yeah. I
Um,
mean, and don't get us wrong. We don't mind Blaney winning.
yeah, yeah,
We just wish it would have been Blaney by himself, nobody blocking for him, beating Larson.
yeah. Because
Not,
Blaney did a great job. I mean, I'm not going to
yeah,
completely discredit that because he didn't use up his stuff as much as Larson had.
yeah,
And that helped him. And then, of course, Logano being in his way made Larson use up a little more. But I don't know. It's just it's weird because I like Blaney too.
yeah,
But if you look back at all his wins, and I think they mentioned it on the broadcast, every single win he has were last 10 laps a pass for the lead.
Yeah.
You look at Charlotte at the Roval, the two guys wrecked, and he comes from I think he was coming out of turn 4, and they wrecked on the front stretch, and he got the lead right at the line and won. It was a crazy race, crazy finish.
Yeah.
But it's one of those kind of almost fluke wins, and you want your guy to get a legitimate win, like where he, this race I think he was up there the whole race. He had a great car. He was the second best car.
Oh, easily.
I would say out of the whole field. But still, man, the lapper and the teammate is just not a good look in my book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things, kind of like you said, he was the second best car. Larson, oh man, he's the best driver in the sport right now.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And he's had the best performances, and he's going to win a lot of races. He is. Hendricks is still the team to beat.
Yeah, for sure, man. And we've kind of always said, if he moved up from Ganassi, and it's literally a move up from Ganassi to Hendrick now, man. Hendrick's good, and it's a good time for Larson to be there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because he's a great driver, and in a good car, I mean, he can really take it up. And you see there in the leaderboard, Bowman finished third. Chase Elliott had a bad day. We'll get to that. But also William Byron in the top 10 as well. They're in 8th. So this team is consistent each week. There may be one that falls out, but they're up there.
Even Chase, before he had the engine just blow up on him, even he was top 10, I think. So
I feel like he got some stage points at least.
Yeah, so I mean, even Chase was up there racing good. So Hendrick has been just dominant, man. Bowman had a good run finally. He had some luck on his side. Byron up there. Chase Elliott back in 38th, but that's because of engine blew up.
So you got 4 points, which isn't great.
Yeah, he finished
he did get 10th? Some stage points, yeah.
Yeah, he finished 6th in one stage or something. I don't know.
I think Kurt Busch got 8 points finishing last.
Yeah.
So, and which he got wrecked. That was a good radioactive moment for him because he got ran into the back, and I think Chase was involved in that somehow. It was an accordion effect deal. It wasn't really anybody's fault that I can remember. Somebody spun their tires on the restart. And,
it was Kyle Busch, and Chase was behind Kyle, and Kurt was behind Chase, and then there was an accordion effect type of thing, and Hamlin just wrecked them. So,
who were our picks this last week? I feel like
Larson
and Harvick, maybe
Larson or Harvick.
I should have looked back. So I think Blaney, I may have mentioned actually this week.
I think you agreed with me on Larson or Harvick.
Yeah. Yeah, this is usually Harvick's track. I mean, he finished 10th, but it wasn't.
It wasn't a Harvick day.
No,
it was not at all.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a lap down by Larson. Larson ran him down. Harvick had a flat tire, pitted, came out in front of Larson, almost a lap down, and you would think, oh, okay, Harvick should be able to run away from him. Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I missed parts of the race because we were out of town here, but I was kind of trying to watch while I was riding home and everything, and just looking at it though, Larson, I mean, he dominated, and all the way. I mean, he won both stages. Of course, they had to mention that he had never swept all the stages, and I think that's what jinxed it. I think it was a setup from right then, but.
I think I texted you and I was like, dude, Larson is just spanking everybody.
Yeah, man. And he was. I mean, and they also mentioned the whole new winner every week thing.
Yeah.
Which I thought was going to be Harvick this week, but Blaney getting that too, and I'm like, come on, is NASCAR setting this up? Yes, I think you mentioned you were like, they keep pegging it as the greatest NASCAR season or whatever.
Yeah.
And because we'll have all these different winners, but I don't know. I'm not going to go into conspiracy theories, but I think it was a good, great race by Larson. And honestly, it got a little better if you're not a fan of Larson when Blaney was able to catch him. If you
Yeah.
weren't watching what was going on with Larson. And I think
Yeah.
there was a lot of people in the comments, different posts. They weren't really watching the race. They were seeing the time change. Part of that was on Fox. They were looking at battles throughout the field because they figured
Yeah.
Larson had it in the bag, I guess. But
Yeah. I don't know, man.
whew.
I don't. But yeah, let's look at the top 10 and see where everybody finished. You had Blaney win the race, Larson, Bowman, Hamlin, Kyle Busch. Austin Dillon and Chris Buescher were good runs here. Byron, another solid top 10. He's having a good season.
Yeah.
And he won the iRacing thing last night.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. That was a lot of a lot of wild racing. Hopefully, the live action race is good because a lot of people are worried about that. That it's going to be a lot of wrecks and
It is.
yeah. And wrecks are sometimes a good thing, but you want to at least be able to drive around a few laps,
Yeah.
But William Byron, of course, a great iRacer. He figured out that track too, so got that. That was last night. It was entertaining a little bit.
Yeah. It was something to watch,
Yeah.
So, let's see. Matt DiBenedetto, 11th. I'm just going to point out some things that Bubba Wallace, again, 16th. Not a good run. I mean, you expect better, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good for him this year so far.
Yeah.
Like, from what we've seen, he hasn't really finished better than there. But, I don't know, you figure he should be able to do a little bit better than that or be competitive, and I don't know he's quite there yet.
Yeah.
But another one I want to talk about is Daniel Suarez, man. That dude,
Yeah, he
their
was
pit
on the top
strategy,
10, wasn't he?
their pit strategy worked out so good. They were like 6th, and then he sped on pit road, and that just like ended his whole day.
Yeah. I saw that too, and I was like, dang, man, that's rough.
Yeah, but that's a team that I think they can get there eventually. I think they're just starting out, and both of those guys I think could do better throughout the season. So
yeah, McDowell 19th.
he's finally becoming McDowell again.
Yeah. Keselowski 28th.
Jeez.
Like, I forget what happened to Keselowski. Oh yeah, he got damaged. That's right.
Yeah, I think he was in that. Was he in the Kurt Busch thing or?
No, Truex, I think, slid up in front of him or something, and
Oh yeah.
Keselowski ran into the back of him.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, and Anthony Alfredo with the backwards into the pit stall.
Oh yeah.
That was interesting.
That was definitely crazy.
And then the rest of them, kind of the usual. Click to Timmy
Timmy Hill.
Good old Timmy Hill. They got
Dude, man, I got to give a shout out to him. Austin Cindric and Brad Keselowski. I got to give a shout out to them because I earned a little bit more respect for them. I still don't like either one of them, but I earned a little bit more respect because Timmy Hill got excluded from the iRacing thing last night. And, like, he had sponsors that were lining up to sponsor his Cup car and the Pro Invitational because of how he ran last year.
Yeah.
And his team got excluded from it for some reason, even though they've been full time.
Yeah, I didn't understand that, man. Like, they have a charter, and every charter team was supposed to be in that.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then all of a sudden, Brad Keselowski gave up his seat for Cindric to run it. I guess Brad had something going on or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, Cindric tweets out, he's like, hey, he's just joking around saying, oh yeah, my knees are in the dashboard, I'm too close to the steering wheel, so how about I let Timmy Hill drive it this week?
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that's freaking awesome. And then Timmy Hill's like, all right, I'm down. And Penske's like, I'm down for it. And I'm just like, well, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, like, but the one that, that's cool for him, but it really does. I think I saw somebody else was talking about this. It was like, it sucks for those sponsors, because I mean, the Invitational is, the iRacing stuff. I don't know. There's some sponsors that see that as a that may be their market, for whatever they're selling, and it could have been a new reach for him, but it kind of screws him and his team because now some of those sponsors were this race was contingent on their whole package deal. So he may have to get new sponsors to be able to race in the Cup car, because they feel like he voided out of the contract or NASCAR did or the team did or whatever.
Yeah. I just hope NASCAR makes it right and lets them race next week.
Because something like that, that they should. I don't get how he wasn't invited to it. That's but either way, it passed. He got to drive in it. That was cool.
He finished like top 10. So
yeah, he was up there in the mix of things. I think he did get into. I think everybody got into somebody in that race, but I think he did get into some trouble a couple times there. But that was Atlanta. Of course, we were talking about the iRacing Bristol Dirt. We have the live action Bristol Dirt coming up.
Oh yeah, it's Bristol, baby.
And let's see, we have the truck and the cup. So we'll go with truck first.
We got practice tomorrow. Practice.
Yeah.
We got 4 qualifying races on Saturday for the truck and the cup guys, and they're kind of split up. And a couple I want this up here just to point out a couple big guys that are racing in the trucks this week. So you got Bubba Wallace is in there, Kevin Harvick. You got let's see who else is in here.
Yeah, they're actually marked by a little I. It looks like.
Truex Jr. is in here. Jessica Friesen. That's an interesting story.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't put them the Friesens in the same qualifying race.
Right. And you got Haley Deegan, which she's been racing every week, but she's starting on the pole for her race, so that's kind of cool. Kyle Larson's going to be in it. Daniel Suarez. Let's see. Who else? Ryan Newman. Hey, I forgot Ryan Newman was in it. Dang. All right. That's pretty interesting. But, yeah. A bunch of big, Cup Series guys are dropping down to kind of to get to know the track, I guess, Yeah,
and I think that's good that they're kind of allowing them to do that. I guess probably a lot of the regular truck guys, well, not a lot, but those that are kind of towards the back anyway, can't really afford to make a special truck maybe for this. I don't know what all goes into converting it to dirt and everything, but this gives an opportunity for extra practice for the Cup guys. So I think it's gonna be cool, kind of seeing how the Cup guys and the truck guys, how they compare. On the dirt, which is going to be pretty even for them.
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch. I know I'm going to be watching both races this weekend because, shoot, why not? It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. And that race is, Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had truck on Saturday, Cup still on Sunday.
Yep.
And the qualifying races are coming up tomorrow night, right?
No,
or the day of.
Hang on, I'm confused now. I think the qualifying races are Saturday.
Okay.
And I think the truck race is Saturday as well.
Okay.
Let me check. Yeah. The truck race is at 8 p.m. Saturday. So that'll be fun to watch.
All right. Yep. So that's the truck. We get to see some of your guys race twice this week with Harvick, Wallace, and Larson, and others there. But with the Cup, this is the Cup here.
Kind of like I was telling you earlier, they made the mistake of putting Kyle Larson on the front row of his heat race.
Yeah, how did they decide the order? Was it random?
I think it was a random draw.
Yeah. Jeez, man.
So Quinn Half on the pole of his race, and then Larson right next to him. Shoot, Larson would be gone. And then
he should get the pole there.
Yeah. So I forget. It's a weird, it's weird how they're doing it. I'm not really sure how they're doing it, but they'll explain it Saturday, I bet.
Yeah, because I don't see a real pattern here. There's I mean, two Gibbs guys in the first group that are like bumper to bumper, maybe. Well, diagonal from each other.
Yeah.
Their teams are split up. Maybe that's the thing, but
Yeah, I know Byron is in the second race, starting sixth.
no.
Christopher Bell, a good dirt racer. Brad Keselowski's on the pole for the second race. And the third race, you got Alex Bowman on the pole. You got Ty Dillon going to be in the race. And you got, let's see, Reddick. He's, I guess, going to be good because he did good in iRacing.
Yeah.
And then the fourth race, you got guys like Stuart Friesen, Chase Elliott, Chase Briscoe, people like that. So it's going to be fun to watch, man.
Yeah, and seeing that fourth race has less in it. And all of these guys in the Cup, I think we forgot to mention in the Truck Series, it was it one from each qualifying race gets knocked out?
I think.
Or is it just like the fourth?
I'm not sure. It's a weird. I think it's a weird formula to see how it works.
And all the Cup guys, all these guys qualify for the main race. I guess this I'm not sure how it decides order. We'll have to look into that.
I don't know.
We have to search that.
If you look at the NASCAR odds for who's going to win this Sunday, Larson is at 5-2.
Good God. Well, see, and there's some other dirt guys in this. Christopher Bell, it's a big one for dirt.
Okay.
Chase Elliott's gotten into dirt now, and
yeah. Here's the format. Okay. So, both the truck and the NASCAR Cup Series, 15-lap qualifying races, only green flag laps, no overtime rule. Free pass and waiver round. The starting lineups listed below were determined via random draw. So this was decided by random draw.
Okay.
The main race starting lineup will be determined by a formula that weighs finishing plus positions gained during each race.
Oh, well, that sucks for Larson starting on the front.
Drivers finishing first in their qualifying race earn 10 points. Second 9, third 8, and so forth. Additionally, drivers earn 1 passing point for each position gained in their qualifying races. There are no point deductions or negative points. For drivers who lose positions in their qualifying race, also, these points are merely used to calculate the starting lineup and do not count toward the championship.
So basically, Kurt Busch gets up to second.
He could be on the pole.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't even have to win the race. I don't know. But I guess maybe somebody else will win the race. Like, I mean, Larson would gain a spot and win. Then that would be
11 points.
Yeah, so that would be the difference. Okay.
But if somebody drives up from 10th to 1st and wins, they probably deserve it.
Yeah. I mean, they're going to shatter everybody there with the points. I do want to shout out one I just noticed. This is pretty funny.
Dude wipes
on Anthony Alfredo, the guy that almost got taken out actually took out almost Bowman. He's like, I need a dude wipe on Radioactive. That's pretty cool. He got that sponsor on there, especially for a dirt race.
I think everybody's going to need a dude wipe this Sunday, dude.
A few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Go ahead.
I said it's going to be a fun race, man. A bunch of these guys are not going to know what the heck to do.
Yeah, I'm glad they're giving them some. This is kind of practice with the qualifying race. You're in. You don't have to worry about that. But man, that's going to be interesting. This is one we've been looking forward to. Hopefully, it doesn't disappoint. Hopefully, there's good battles and good racing, and Larson wins. And
I'm going to make one or two predictions. Either A, it's going to be a shit show with a lot of cautions. Actually, both of these could come true. I think it's going to be a shit show, and I also think that Larson or a dirt guy is going to dominate.
Yeah, like it would be a major surprise if it's not a like a historical dirt guy that wins.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Larson, you got Christopher Bell, you got Ricky Stenhouse as a dirt guy. That this could be because this is a points race. So,
but let's be honest,
Stenhouse could, make up some ground there, being a dirt guy.
But I mean, there's the one main dirt guy everybody is thinking gonna win is Larson.
Yeah, see, Larson's got one of the greatest cars. He's one of the greatest drivers anyway, and it's on dirt.
Yeah.
So I think his chances are higher than the rest. But Christopher Bell's one that I'm saying is up there with him. Austin Dillon, I think, is one that could surprise. He's shown he can race on dirt. He won the race. What was it, last week? They had their late models, I think.
Yeah, he won his late model race, I believe. I forget what he ran.
So I mean, some of the asphalt guys may be in trouble, but
yeah,
I mean, these guys they're talented racers. They'll figure it out. They got people they can look to, and see. But
I think one guy who will have a good handling car is Byron, and I say that because if you think of who his crew chief is, and he's crew chiefed a bunch of dirt races in the truck series, so I think that'll carry over and really help out.
Yeah.
So.
Yep, Rudy Fugle there.
Yep.
Oh, well, it doesn't show on the screen, but it is Rudy Fugle. But yeah, man, and a few of these guys probably have guys that, I mean, you think about the crew chief, the spotters, they probably know about dirt, know what to look for. We don't know their whole history. They could be used to that kind of racing as well. It's gonna be interesting though, man. It's gonna be messy. It's gonna be dirt everywhere. I'm interested to see how the dirt holds up, because they're going 250 laps. Is that what it is for the?
Is it? I'm not sure.
I will double check, but the qualifying races are what you said, 15. I think 15 green laps.
Yeah, 15 green flag
so
laps.
That's, and 4 races. That's 60 laps right there of cars on the track. So hopefully with that we'll be able to see kind of the effects. The truck race, we'll see how that goes. And which the truck race is going to be shorter, but I'm just ready to see them add more dirt, take a stage break and bring them all down pit road and add more dirt, water it down, all that stuff that you see at a dirt track. But 250 laps could be a lot for them.
Yeah, man.
It's going to look like asphalt by the end, and then they'll just drive around normal.
They're going to be racing on asphalt by the end.
Yeah. Oh, man. But, yeah, it's going to be a good one. Looking forward to it. That'll be Sunday. Then they're off for a week, so we're going to try and figure out what the next podcast will probably be a reaction to this. I will look at baseball more, because opening day is coming up April 1st. Coming up next week, just a week away there for baseball. So NASCAR will be off that week for Easter. So we'll have more baseball that week, and then maybe kind of preview the next NASCAR race, which will be Martinsville the week after. So.
Oh yeah, 500 laps at Martinsville.
Yeah, man. And when's the next race we're gonna be able to go to, man?
Darlington would be first.
Okay. It's not too much further, I don't think.
Yeah, no. It's in May.
Sweet.
So
and we're going to Charlotte. So Charlotte's in May too, right?
Yeah, we're going to 2 races in May.
All right, sweet. I'm glad we're going to be able to go back.
Yeah, man, we're back.
2 races, man. Holy cow. Definitely looking forward to that. We got baseball coming up. Well, let's Traps talk.
Also, forgot to tell you, you might want to plan on making it an all-weekend thing, because since the All-Star race got moved from Charlotte, they included truck race tickets in Xfinity.
Oh, sweet.
So
I didn't even think about that. With the All-Star race moving.
Yeah.
Having season tickets. That's cool of them, though. Helped us out, man.
Yeah, right, man.
And go see Stuart Friesen win the Charlotte race.
Haley Deegan.
Haley Deegan, yeah. Dude, she hasn't won yet. What if that's her first win and we got it because the All-Star race moved?
Oh,
Would be wild, man. Oh man, but like we said, be sure to follow us on social media. We have Facebook, Twitter at Section 431 Pod. We'll have different stories throughout the week, kind of things we see that we don't get to cover on the podcast. We'll have next week baseball opening day coming up, so the podcast will probably circle around that more since NASCAR's taking the week off. But thanks again, everybody, for tuning in, and be sure to tell your friends about us.
Yep.
Leave a like, comment, all that jazz, and we hope to see you in the next one.
See you guys.